Alright, so today's game is going to be Wizard101. It's a game that many people have heard about. I first discovered it back in 8th grade, back in, I guess, 2008. Didn't really get much of a chance to play it for a few years. I guess back in 2015, I really picked it up, started playing it, and ever since then, it's been an on-again, off-again for me. On-again, off-again game for me. It's one that I'll come back to constantly, one that I'll play and then stop playing, and then play and then stop playing. It's just one of those games. I really do enjoy it from time to time. There are some great qualities to this game, some qualities that everybody who plays it thinks can be improved. For one thing, the membership requirements. It's very difficult to get through this game without a membership to the game. They lock so many of the areas without memberships, and you can get into those areas without a membership. It just requires crowns. The only two ways to really get crowns, one is to go to Wizard101's website, play some trivia games. You can get up to 100 crowns per day by playing the trivia. There used to be other ways to get crowns, but that's the only way right now without paying. So most people who play have memberships. I've gotten a membership in the past. It's really great if you plan on actually playing the game every day, every other day for a long time. If you don't plan on playing it that often, memberships kind of terrible. They cost too much to not be used. So right now, as you can see, playing it on again, off again, I've gotten quite a ways through. I've gotten to Celestia. For those who aren't familiar with this game, you do start off by choosing a school of magic. You've got the storm magic here, you've got ice magic, you've got fire magic, you've got death magic, of course necromancy, pyromancy, etc., etc. You also have the school of balance, as well as the school of life, the myth school back there, and those are going to be your basic schools. You pick one of those, you learn spells, you go around, you complete quests, and in a wizard setting. Now, it has been a few months since I've played. Since the last time I've played, again, I go through this a lot, playing a while, not playing a while. So, a ruffian in Newgate Prison in Marleybone. Let's hope that I have that area unlocked. So you start off in just Wizard City. That's the starting area. As you progress through the game, unlocking different areas, you eventually unlock Crocotopia, Marleybone, Mushu, a whole bunch of others. The first storyline ends in Dragonspire, and I recently beat that first storyline in Dragonspire when I played last, when I was on my last kick of playing the game. Let's get my mount out so that I can go a little bit faster. Got this mount 2 years ago, a year ago, I forget. It was a 4th of July event going on. I'm like, you know what, an eagle? Sure, why not? I will ride an eagle. So let's look at the map. I believe I need to go through Scotland Yard to get where I want to go. Now, they do fun events in this game. There are some fun features, but really it's just tiring, the fact that you can't get anywhere in the game unless you either spend a lot of time... Newgate Prison, there we go. Need to find a ruffian. Unless you spend a lot of time trying to save up your crowns from trivia, or if you're really willing to spend money on the game. So the upside to buying crowns and using those to unlock the areas is they're permanently unlocked, Whereas with a membership, oh, there's some ruffians. Let's fight this one here. With a membership, as soon as it runs out, all those areas that you've been to immediately lock up again. So let's get rid of some of the spells I don't need. Like mini games, you've got your type advantages. This school of magic is stronger than that school of magic type thing. I've got 5 pips. You know what? Let's do this. Let's just wait. I know my deck isn't the most balanced. There are some people who are really good at balancing their decks, really good at making it really work for them. So hopefully this guy doesn't put an ice shield on. Okay, good. Not an ice shield. That would have really messed up my fire attack here. As you can see, my main character, he's a pyromancer. And learned some really cool spells. I really love this spell right here. Does a lot of base damage, but then it does damage over time. The fire... or I can just take them out. That works too. The pyromancers are really good with that damage over time. So, let's see. The Scravulum badge, Pecrons, all of that, that's something that you get as you get further into the game. But it can give you rewards, it can give you some crowns, technically 6 times a month, but it's not really worth it because it's like 5 crowns, 10 crowns, 25 crowns, something like that. So it really takes forever to build up those crowns. Aside from that though, it is a classic MMORPG. The questing system is very similar. Get quests, use those to level up. And if you like MMORPGs with a questing system like that, then this is a great one for you. It is definitely designed more for kids, but again, I'll play it all the time. There are plenty of really a lot of communities on Reddit, on a few other places to go for support, to go for ideas. Right now I've got a few quests I can do that I'm choosing not to yet, a few that I can't really do because I don't have enough crowns to unlock the areas. When I got my membership the first time, I was in Marleybone, so half of it's unlocked for me, the other half isn't unlocked. Parts of Celestia I haven't unlocked, parts of Grizzleheim. So, you know, some things I can do. I've got Dragonspire pretty much unlocked, so that's not an issue for me. Anyway, there is one thing I would like to show you guys, and it's honestly one of the things that I like when they put it in MMORPGs, and that's just a home-based system. Wizard101 has a great home-based system just because it's completely customizable. You get your layout, but then you can put all of these decorations everywhere. That house isn't a decoration. You know, I can go inside of that, and that theater area isn't. But all of my pets running around, all of these decorations just sitting around, that's all me putting it out there. And it might look a little bit messy to some people just because, you know, I didn't know what to do with this space, but I do have multiple homes too at the moment. So let's go into backpack and housing. There we go. See, I've got the Royal Playhouse, that's where I am. I've got the Avalon Castle. So let's equip that so that we can go there. I haven't really put anything in the Avalon Castle. Not really sure what I want to. Most of the stuff was just kind of pre-built into Avalon Castle when you get it. I don't even know if I'm going to keep Avalon Castle. I might. It's got some fun features to it. A cave system on the inside that I really like. The other house that I have is the Imperial Palace. I don't really have slots for anything else aside from these two, or these 3. So, yeah. Just quick introduction to Wizard 101 for anyone who hasn't played it. For anyone who has played it and it's been a while since they've played it, it's fun. It absolutely is. Like I said, I always come back to it. I think I'm always going to come back to it no matter what. That's just how it goes. It's a decent MMORPG. The big thing are just the locked areas. Also, it's one of those games where after a while it becomes very repetitive. It feels like you're doing the same thing over and over and over. And as I understand it, after you get past Dragonspire, that does change a little bit. It does get a little bit more unique, but up to Dragonspire, which can take a long time, especially if you don't have a membership, then you really do feel like you're doing the same thing over and over and over again. So, overall, a fun game. One I would recommend you look into if you're into this type of game. And if you're not, well, that's perfectly fine too. Don't feel obligated to look into it. King's Isle had some fun features that they removed too. There was a mini game you could play on phones and tablets with your pet where you could get pet experience, where you could get items, things like that. In fact, that's actually where a lot of these presents in here came from. Not all of them, but some of them. So, yeah. Just kind of fun to look at. I do want to show you guys, just kind of show you guys a little bit more of the combat. They've got puzzles in some of the areas. For anyone who's played the game, none of this is new information. It's all pretty straightforward, pretty standard information that everyone who plays the game knows. So, just thought I'd give a look at it. Thought I'd let you guys see it. If you haven't played it, you might give it a shot. If you have played it, you might go back into it. I tend to mostly solo in the game, just run around on my own, not really worry about working with other people unless I come to an area that's very difficult or I come to a dungeon. There's some dungeons where you just absolutely need help. Let's put a fire trap on him, and then we'll put a prism. It's been a while, so I know that there's a specific order you need to put those, whether it's fire prism first and then fire trap. I don't remember. I am hoping I got this right. Doesn't matter. Let's just meteor them. I've got strong enough attack, strong enough damage with meteor where I can just slam them, provided my spell doesn't fizzle. So, knowing the spells in your deck is very important. Yeah, see, no problem. Knowing the spells in your deck is a very, very important aspect of the game, as well as seeing what spells you don't use very often, keeping them out, balancing attack spells versus support spells, things like that. So, I've had lots of people give me suggestions, some of which I've taken, some of which I haven't. There is a pretty large following of the game, plenty of people playing it. Enough so that if we go into the realms or the servers, you can see 2 servers are full right now, 3 crowded servers, and then a few servers that are near empty. But yeah, it's enjoyable. I'm going to have to play through it some more. If you guys would like to see me play some of Wizard101, I'd be glad to play it. Put some notes down in the comment. Tell me what you think. If you think this is a game that you would like to play, let me know. If you'd like, I can play it from this main character that I have. I could play it from one of my 3 other classes. Got literally a beginner right there, level 2, hasn't done anything. Takes a while to level up characters, so 52 might not sound like much to some people. In this game it is. If you want to watch me with a diviner, I believe that's my storm magic, with my necromancer, my death magic, my sorcerer, or of course my main pyromancer, let me know. If you guys don't want to see any of this gameplay, let me know too. Give me suggestions. I'll play most games. I tend to avoid the horror genre games. Nothing against them. I watch plenty of people on YouTube who do horror games. Nothing against them at all. Just not the type of games that I generally play. But again, give me suggestions in the comments and I'd be happy to give them a try. So, there's Wizard101.